You guys see and hear me okay? Mike, the verdict was guilty. Repeat offender, so got him off the street. Alright, we need to kill the ticker. Excuse me. Alright, let's get everybody in here. I don't know what's going on with this shirt today. I couldn't find something that was stream friendly. I don't know if I made it myself. I found it in the back of the closet. I'm like, I needed something a little warmer down here. What's up, Nick? Alright, so we got everybody, got everything boosted. Yeah, I do actually. Okay, so am I on YouTube? Can anybody see it on YouTube yet? It's like riding a bike, or a bike that changes every time you get on it. Boost what, Andy? Alright, loudest pair of shoes in the hobby is home now. I can hear her up there. That's what hardwood floors will get you. Boost it. I'm going to boost Twitter. What's up, Steve-O? 6 away from closing to light. So, funny joke, I kind of held Cosmic for ransom. I told Brandon, I said, hey, we're not doing Cosmic if we can't fill Bowman. He was on pins and needles. Alright, from what I can tell, everything's working. I wish I had a YouTube troll in here. Somebody check YouTube and make sure YouTube's working. That way I know. Did the ping. Yeah, it'll all go together, Nate. Welcome also, Nate. Are you the Nate that we had some fun interactions with about the Iowa price? What's up? Welcome. You were a good sport about it. I was happy to give you a discount. Welcome. All right, so I lost a day and a half for jury duty. At first, I was kind of pissed, but then I was like, you know what? All these other people were like, oh, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. I actually kind of got something out of it. I don't want to say I enjoyed it, but it was an interesting experience. And this dude, I was like, you know, during the selection process, and this was all new to me, I'm thinking, if I'm that guy and I'm listening to all these people, oh, I only slept an hour last night. Literally, one of the guys said, can you repeat the question? And I'm thinking, he's asked the same question to the 8 people in front of you within the last 2 minutes. Hey, I'll be on for a couple hours.
Okay.
And then a couple other people, oh, I didn't sleep. My grandma has diarrhea, so I've got her on a monitor. And just everything they could say to get out of it. And then the funny part was, it was the running joke that nobody wanted to be there. And, they were kind of screening everybody, asking questions. They asked me, she said, you're probably glad you got out of work today, right? I said, well, actually, I'm self-employed. And she's like, well, what do you do? And I was like, I sell sports cards. Really? No one's ever said that to me here before. And I said, really? And I left it at that because I didn't want people to figure out who I was because, especially the way this thing went down. But, it was, like I said, it was an interesting thing. But in the end, I was happy to do it because our group that got selected actually put effort into it. And again, it's the guy's right to have a fair trial and stuff. So, yeah. No, but I mean, people see me. And I didn't want it to, yeah. And at the end, it got a little uncomfortable, so. All right, so I've got Bowman Hobby 1 and 2 and the Breaker Delight. And then I think I'm going to let Brandon rip the rest of it. I've got most of his stuff loaded up, and then he's going to post another one. When he's ready, I'll add that for Friday. Yeah, Steve does make us uncomfortable. And then I've got some Disney Neon Blasters, some Bowman Blasters. We can rip them live. I'm good till 10. And then KC Cards, Jordan will be on. No, it was not for stealing the breaker mat. But you remember the football bundles? I did the same thing with basketball. I've got less basketball, but I've got those loaded up too. Let's burn those up. I'm trying to get rid of all my singles inventory. And I think the basketball might be a more deeper, richer inventory. Let's burn them up. I'll do a bonus drawing as well. I know, you look high. I did not move it. Yeah, when we get to the blasters, if you're not around, I'm just going to assume you want them shipped. But we had, what I was going to tell you was there was one potential juror, just some old lady, and just had to tell stories and consume all the time. And they were like, have you ever been a victim of a crime before? She's like, yeah. 27 years ago, someone broke into my car, blah, 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 and just went on this tangent about this story. And somehow there was a dog, and the judge literally said, what was the dog's name? As a joke. And anyway. So look at the basketball bundles. I'll do another drawing. I'm down to give away my slabbed Cooper flag I got from Mike in the mystery boxes. Maybe a Wemby Funko Pop. You'll see I've got some Wemby Funko Pops in there. And keep the drawing fun again. A Bowman Blaster, whatever. Just burn up the singles. It's $10 for 12 of them. They should be pretty decent. As I was packing up the football blasters over the weekend, or the bundles, I was happy with how those went. Some of the mail went out late because of the time I lost for jury duty. And it was a deal where, well, when's the trial start? Today, which was totally threw me for a loop. We thought it was going to be something where they're like, hey, come back in June when the trial starts. We were being selected for the trial today. And then we found out it was going to be 2 days and blah, blah, blah. So some of the mail did get out late. Check if you're off the old .com system, check your email. If you had an email in that system, If you're on district, it just attaches to your receipt. It should all be in there by now, but everything's out the door if your stack is closed. I did have a few people where I was like, you know what, screw it. The stack's got a little bit of a weight to it. I'm just going to ship it out. So there might have been some people that didn't have their stack closed. I just said screw it and shipped it anyway. If you want to count that as your subscriber credit, whatever, doing me a solid, us helping each other out, whatever. If you were in the Breakers Delight football, I know it said stacked shipping. I went ahead and closed it out. I shipped it to you if you were in that. So anyway, so take a look at the Bowman blasters, ripped or shipped. If you're not around, by default, they will be shipped sealed. The Disney blasters, and I've got just a little bit of room if you help me out with some of the other stuff. And I want to get those basketball singles out of the way. And then Brandon's stuff for Friday, his Bowman. He's got a baseball break, and then he's got a wrestling break. And then Leith will be back Sunday with Finest EPL. He's got a PYT with 5 spots left for Sunday. And then tonight will be Casey Cards, Jordan at 10. Tomorrow, right now, it's just Brandon's illegitimate son, Ethan, at 7 o'clock. And then Big Boy Cards, John, at 9 o'clock tomorrow. Right now, that's it. So I'm kind of trying to see where that goes. So no ticker because this is 50 spots. So this is Hobby PYT 1. But you paid for the spot, so you should know your team. I'll run through it here real quick. I folded it over because it's like the mad fold-in. Because some of those spots that have a bunch of teams. I needed to print it out like this. So when Derek sorts it, he doesn't miss anything. But you bought these spots, so you should know you have it. And as we pull stuff. Kentucky was racked to Pinkston. I think Pinkston's birthday is Friday. So he was racked Kentucky. And on his birthday, we're going to show up at 6 a.m. with Kentucky Rain. We're going to have the high school band march through his front yard, destroy his grass, and play Kentucky Rain. Hopefully it's raining. Alright, so here we go. I'm not going to do like separate them by sleeve and load while I'm live. We'll do that after the fact. Anybody seen anything real crazy out of these yet? So what do we have left? What are the 5 teams left in Delight? Nate, this is Hobby 1. I do not have you down for the Suns. Like The Office. Shut up about the Suns. Steve, I'd like to see you ripped. You know, my wife's never, I mean, she knows what it's about, but I don't think she's ever watched an episode. Isn't that weird? The more of the blasters and the single bundles you grab, the better the deals get. We'll do a givey too. Just because I know you like to hear the word givey. Five teams left. I don't know what they are. If you want 10% off, go ahead and send the offers on those last 5 teams. And then we'll start working on this other stuff. But again, I'll do a pretty nice drawing for the singles. I want like all my show inventory gone. So the football's out. We'll get rid of the baseball. And then next week, when we rip Chrome Black, I can blow up all of the baseball singles and have those gone. I'm getting to the point where I'm trying to eliminate some of the things that slow me down and cost me time. Yes, this is Hobby 1. We just started. Or if the juice is not worth the squeeze, Andy, like all those singles, I don't want to go live with 10,000 singles. I don't want to list all those singles. Who wants to list $2 singles all day? Not I. Yeah. You know what I could do for you guys? Watch this. Did that work? Did that work? It didn't work. Can you guys see that at all, the team scroll? Huh. Wonder if it's messing the color up. Change the color on me. Does not let me pick the color out. Was it yellow at some point? That would be disappointing if I broke that. There it is. Yeah, it picked black for some reason. Yes, that's the most annoying color I can. Now that didn't work either. I wonder why it's not working. Any ideas? I guess I'll just answer that it's pick your team 50 times. Alright, here we go. Rockstar Harper. A Shaq. You guys been watching the playoffs at all? Oh, keep me in the loop on Yankees Red Sox too. Wemby. Feel free to scream Bowman. Ace Flag, Maine, $3.99. That's for all others. Yeah, I wonder why. I put in there Bowman basketball hobby half case, pick your team break 1, and it's not showing up. Adam asked if I moved something. I didn't move the top camera, the face cam, but the ticker was there before. The ticker was there earlier. So whatever I did, I dicked it up. I've wasted enough of your time, though. All right, Devin Booker to 250. Young King, Suns. How about Caleb for Phoenix? What's up, Wolfie? Draymond, 199. Warriors. I also have a cheat sheet from Jay and Furtman. What they want me to make sure I sleeve and top load. Laura Samfe, Stanford, 150. If you know off the top of your head, Stanford. I show Stanford as ACC All Others. ACC Others. Which is Justin Enright. Welcome back, Justin. Braden Smith, Purdue. My wife's nephew knows him. Don't you have one when you go out in the park and do your LARPing and stuff, Steve? PG. Fake reptilian, they got me. I wanted the real reptilian feel. Young King, Magic. Trey Holloman. Alea Crump. Yeah. Magic's not a young anything. You need it to connect to your helmet, Steve. That'd be the way to go. Show kick. Bailey highlight reel. Derek White to 100. Fake steel. Grady Dick. Timeless touch. We got a Dick touch. Raptors. That's for Mark Dewar. You can basically write your own jokes, guys. I'll let you finish the joke. There's a red rookie. Mark's been thinking about this break for a while because he texted me in the middle of last night saying he was looking for this specific card. Those are words to live by, Brandon. Mark said, "You up?" I said, "Yeah, what are you thinking about?" Now you know the rest of the story. Kid friendly. Yeah. Send it to Brett Favre. All right, let me check offers. How about Brandon's rip from WrestleCon? He set the bar kind of high. Now I got to figure out what I'm doing. Here are the packs I was telling you about. 12 top-loaded cards for $10. Take as many as you want. 12 cards for $10. It could be anything. You can resell them. You can take them to the show. You can live sell them. You could keep them. Some of them you may not want. Burn them all up. We'll do a nice giveaway drawing here this week. There'll be a couple autos in there. It's not going to be anything that's going to change your life. But I like my chances to get you 10 bucks worth of cards out of 12 cards. Someone will win a Bowman blaster. Someone will win that Cooper Flag PSA 9 I got out of Mike's mystery packs. I just want the inventory out of here. That will help me burn up 1,500 cards. Top-loaded singles. Yep, PYT1. Yeah. Take a $10 chance on me. Nobody's ever complained. And I didn't tell you guys this over the weekend while I was making those packs up. I found some more stuff not top loaded that I just added. Like some people got 2 extra cards I put in the bundle. Just because I wanted to have 0 football singles inventory here. So from what I'm seeing and hearing out there, the chrome football is slowly inching closer back to earth. It's still up there. Anyway, like I was saying, how about Brandon all week from Vegas? And then I heard him say he didn't drink, he didn't gamble, didn't have any fun, no prostitutes. Challenge accepted. Nope, I made random stacks of 12 goat and packed them up and shipped them out. Yeah. So do it with basketball too. Take some basketball. Sabonis to 75, Kings. Furtman. Gotta make sure my sheet lines up. Fold it over. Ha! 2 dicks and 2 boxes. $4.99. Yeah. You guys gonna be all right? Yeah, that's what I said too, Goat. Scotty Barnes, $4.99. Ashmeyer, mini diamonds. Yeah, you guys have your fun with it. Devin McLaughlin, Vanderbilt. Vandy is SEC Others, which is J. Hayfever. Hopefully I'm reading that right. J. Hayfever. Will Riley. Edgecombe. SGA. Also, when's my turn for a super? Brandon keeps pulling all the super fractors. Jalen Lowe to $2.99. That's for the birthday boy, Pinkston. Yeah, we used to have a lot more dicks in the stream, but Slowly they left. Carter Bryant. Leonard. Trey Johnson. Yep, that's your last one, guys. I'm calling that. It's the last joke. Nate Ament, Tennessee. 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 Cardone. Bain. I was born in this break. You merely adopted it. Well, you missed your window, goat. Plus, you're a professional educator. I hold you to a higher standard. You are the sunflower seed king of the West Coast. Giveaways. They fed us today. That was the highlight, but yeah, please don't, Nick. Some of these guys got priors. Any offers on the last 4 teams? And then, like I said, Brandon's live Friday, and I think he was in the process of posting another PYT. But one of his is already like 2/3 filled. He was sure to brag to me about it. And then we'll see you next week for Chrome Black and I think Cosmic. I may not come back. I may not need to. Yeah. Now you get away with murder. Next thing you know, you'll be plugging other people's streams in my live chat. You're in, go. What else is coming up? Got Chrome Black, got Cosmic. Brandon won't give me any credit for it, but I gave him 2 cases of Logo Cracker, WWE. I got those for him. I told you about Finest EPL. Leith has got another case behind that one. He's got 5 teams left for Sunday. Yeah, Bowman Baseball. We'll have plenty of Bowman Baseball. Plenty's a stretch. We got squeezed. I'll be honest, I feel like we got squeezed. I can't even offer hobbies to you guys. They're, the gamesmanship. I wish I could openly tell you about it. They'd murder me before I got upstairs. Yeah. We got squeezed. And I'll tell you, everybody, you talk to your shops and your other breakers. It ain't just us. I mean, I'm super grateful to be part of this program. I think we were one of the first ones. I'm super grateful. I was thinking about that at the industry conference. That there's only 100 breakers, and we're one of them. I mean, I'm kind of proud of that, honestly. That out of all of, I mean, Topps and Fanatics is a big company. I mean, Topps has been around for 75 years, literally. And we're one of 100, I mean, breaking wasn't even a thing at some point. And we're one of 100. I'm proud of that, actually. And it slapped me in the face when we were at the conference. I'm sitting there, I'm like, it dawned on me that, you know, what a freaking privilege it is to be part of that. Olbricht to 199, paper, bowls. Justin Blardo. Yeah. And not breaking on Fanatics Live either. And I had water damaged cases, and my rep got me replacements, like overnighted them. Not all of them, but a couple of them were damaged. Kean Anthony, Syracuse 150. What about the Qs, Jay? ACC others for Justin Enright. Yeah, so I mean, there's only 100 breakers in the program. And also coming up, 8 years in existence for our goofy little break program. And they're trying to teach people to build what we've had for 8 years. Trey Johnson to 199. Wizards for Furtman. Now we got to get to the next step. I got to make sure all you guys are getting everything you can out of this in terms of value and money back in your pocket. I've intentionally been breaking less to build this for you guys. And that means Brandon breaking more, Furtman, more bat flip. Nate Kalmess, Wake Forest, Gen Next. Anybody know the rarity on the Gen Next? But between Brandon, Furtman, bat flip, then me still breaking, I'm really trying to build something to support the guys that want to come on and sell. I don't think people realize that if you come on with even some slightly decent inventory, you can do $500 an hour or more. Christian Braun, 175. Nuggets. That's for E-Mart. But you have to want to do it. Ace Bailey. Jazz. That's for Scholze. I think Jazz were one of the last teams to go. Goat. I forgot to mention Goat, and that's not fair because he has been a huge advocate for our group, so did not mean to slight him in any way. And he's been plugging the community, and honestly, where I even got the idea for half this stuff was hanging out with Goat when I first started at the National and stuff, so he's right in there with everybody else. Goat, do you still keep the picture? One day I'll have Goat show you that picture from the National. Because I was like, wow, this is cool. I want something like this. Yeah. People coming from all over the country to hang out together. Box 4. I think where a lot of these guys screw up is, to them, a break is like an individual event where there's a bottom line attached to that break, and it's not like that here. To us, a break is just normal weekly business, where to them, you know, they look at the bottom line from that break. What am I specifically going to make off that break? Like it's a one and done transaction, and we don't live like that. I was telling somebody, it was funny because during the time when all the jurors were together and stuff in the jury room, people were asking me the card and break questions nonstop. And one guy, he actually owns a Chick-fil-A. He was like, "You have the coolest job out of anybody here," and they just kept asking me questions. I got like a wish list from people of cards they want. But I said that there's sometimes we list stuff that we don't even make money on just because we want to rip it. Suns, Nets, Heat, Grizzlies to close Delight 1. Thank you, Mike. 10% off, guys. No, because at the time I didn't know which way it was going to go, but a couple of them have my phone number and stuff. We're going to touch base. One of them, he's the Chick-fil-A guy's from Georgia, and his wife PC's Brian McCann, so I got to find some Brian McCann stuff. I jokingly said I gave it to all the gay people on Sunday, so I didn't have anything left. It's a Chick-fil-A joke. No, but I'm going to try to find some. All right, no new offers. Derek Queen, that was Chick-fil-A, right? I think I've only had it one time. Jarrett Allen to 10. Cavs. That's for Todd Dodrell. Welcome back, Todd. Yeah, that's what I told him. I said, if there's McCann stuff, it's got to be super cheap. I'll trade it for food. I don't care. Touchless Time and Timeless Touch. SAR. Wizards. Furtman. Sometimes when we touch, the honesty's too much. Chaz Lanier, Red Rookie. Yeah. Like when I worked in the grocery store and my buddy worked at Taco Bell, I would trade day-old donuts for Taco Bell every night. The guy had a thing for day-old donuts. Yeah, I mean, how much could a decent Brian McCann card be worth? Mark Williams, Hornets at $2.99. Hornets for Steve Rizzo. Yeah, Brody, the 90s were something else. You missed it. Braden Shrewsbury. Go Irish. How about Cody McMahon, Ole Miss, $4.99. How about SEC Others for Jay Husqvarna? Eventually I'll get that right, Mr. J. Yeah, it's a weird name. I can't say it. So I've had a couple places, I can't name them all because I don't want to get people in trouble, where if they were vendors at ballparks, I've given them cards as I was trying to ring up purchases like pop and snacks and stuff. They're like, nah, just take it. Okay. Brawny. It happened to me just last weekend. Grabbed a pop and something else, and I was like, do you like cards? And they wanted, because I had Pokemon. Who gave me a bunch of Pokemon? That was Nutter. Nutter gave me a bunch of Pokemon. And so I had some packed up Pokemon stuff and some other cards. There's another Kentucky. 50 of 50. Oway. For the birthday boy. Pinkston. And he's like, nah, just take it. He goes, that's a deal right there. Crump. Husqvarna. Drake Powell. Goat, I'm going to try to get into the Fever and give away cards. I might need some WNBA base. Flags Future Stars. Dallas. Casada. Casada, the IHOP stack of the year. I still have some of those IHOP gift cards, but they're not for every restaurant. Pinkston was racked that spot too. Not you. You're on probation, Mitch. You'd probably try to go use it over at Waffle House or Denny's. Probably go into IHOP and tell them they should all go over to Denny's. Alright, box 5. Let me check offers. Any card shows this weekend? No offers. So on 4 teams? 4 teams. I don't think I've ever been to Denny's. Dagger, this is no joke. He effed up like 5 times in 1 week, where I had to run around town and just apologize to people. It was like a Bizarro victory tour. I had to go around town and clean it up. Box 5. And on the internet too. I had DMs and emails from all kinds of people in the group not sure where to go. They were clicking all Mitch's stuff and guys were lost. It was like in the first Beetlejuice when you open the door and you're out like in the desert and there was like a sandworm and stuff. People were completely lost. I clicked Mitch's link. Now I'm in the waiting queue at Jiffy Lube, the help desk. One guy was like, why is Mitch breaking from MSN checkers? I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. That card's backwards for some reason. Box 5 of 6, guys. Remember, Brandon is breaking Friday. I've got his stuff posted. Somebody asked about what I was doing with the blasters. I would consider doing a random with some of them, but if you guys want to rip personals or you want them ship sealed, whatever. Especially you guys in the hobby stuff, your shipping's covered. Yeah, that's funny. That's funny, Mike. Vote on him for a podcast. All right, box 5. Wish you guys were mature enough to handle like 15 more Grady Dick jokes. We'd have a good time. Had to be premium content. Kalen Carroll, Kentucky, $3.99. Hey, I watched your stream for the first time. It was not good. There's Con. Jimmy Buckets. Curry. Austin Reeves. Where was the one that was backwards for no reason? Cooper Flagg. Michael Brown. Clayton. All cards ship all the time. It's implied, even if you don't see it anywhere. All cards ship. Harper to 50. Greatness loading. Spurs. Casada. Booker 150. Suns. Terrace Reed. Mini Diamonds. This just makes me want to rip some baseball. Nate Ament, Tennessee to 50. Tennessee. Tennessee is Jay Horseradish. Congrats, Jay. You're the only 10 I see. Jay Horseradish. Jay Horseradish. Sarah Strong, UConn, verified. What are the odds of verified? Future script. You got your glasses on, Wilbur? Donovan Mitchell, 25, Cavs. Todd Dodrell. 1 out of 58 packs. It was. It was indeed, Dan. Nothing gets by you. Renaud to 50. Kings. For Furtman. Adam Furtman. No corrective lenses tonight, Mr. Papa Giorgio. Gonzalez, red rookie. Ray Allen, young king. Cooper Flagg. Box 6 coming up. And we'll move on to PYT2. And any offers on the last 4 in Delight? No. 10% off. I forget what the teams are. 10% off. Then we'll talk Bowman Blasters, Neon Blasters, ripped or shipped. My basketball bundles, no faith, guys, in my basketball bundles. Zero faith. Anybody know the answer to Mike's question there? Scholzy's in. Scholzy's a believer. Nate's a believer. Nate's a believer, and we didn't even start out great. Now look. Nate's the dude. Box 6, ladies and germs. Nate, are you actually an Iowa fan? Yeah. Oh, no kidding. Cool. The craziest thing. So, you get $30 for just going to the initial selection process, and you're there for several hours. I actually heard a woman tell another woman, she goes, you know, $30 for getting out of the house for a couple hours is a pretty good deal. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm just thinking, what? You get $80 for tying up your whole day. But it cost me to park. Yeah. So, made $160, shut my business down for a day and a half. Life still made me go to the gym today. Alright, Furtman's got one in. Shout out Furtman. Solid pricing again. I didn't even see what everybody else was posting their breaks at. I just got to assume that we're in a good spot. Shut up about the Suns. Yeah. I'll get you numbers for Chrome Black tomorrow. Oh yeah, they're like, who needs a note for work? I'm like, not me. Edge 4, $1.99, St. John's. St. John's is Big East Others, which is Steve Marone. Yeah, what's it going to get out of me? Like if the break didn't fill, hey guys, here's my excuse. Derek Dixon. Oh! Yeah, I work for you guys. That's true. I firmly believe that. That's always been my approach. I work for you guys. Boss is an asshole. Zach LaVine. Even the guys that forget they're here. Toby Owaka, $4.99. Zona. Dan Cermak. KJ, Greatness Loading Heat. Yeah, we'll have to see if Jay wants to stay or not. There's a couple Iowa fans, actually. LeBron. Brunson, $1.99. Martinelli, Mini Diamonds. How about Sienna Betts from UCLA? To 25. UCLA is UCLA. That's for Cara. I've not seen Cara in here. Sienna Betts. There she is. Just sitting there lurking. There you go, Cara. Cara, chameleon. Red, gold, and green. Kongwu, 175 Hawks. That's for Rizzo. What do you guys think? I like them, but I could see if you weren't a basketball fan how you'd be like, eh. Derek White to 25, Celtics. That's for Rizzo. I like them, but if you don't get the appeal of Bowman, I could see where you'd be turned off. Yeah, and if it bugs you that pro and college is together, Emily Skinner, Duke. Duke is Rizzo. Talent Tracker. We actually have a tracker like that here for the breakers and the streamers. Yeah, so we'll get through mine and we'll get through Brandon's and get through some blasters and stuff. And you guys, Jay says it's a semi-SP. Well, I don't hate it. I don't know how I feel about the, I mean, it's interesting to try. I mean, nobody's ever done it before, but if you're a diehard either way, I could see where you'd be turned off. Yeah, if anything, I think some of the people I know that are the most partial to one or the other, I think it's basketball. Because I know diehard college guys that won't even touch the pro game. Wilbur says SSP. I always thought SSP was super short print. Alright. Obviously these will all be top loaded. Yeah. Now, I love NFL football, and I love Notre Dame, but there is a lot about the whole college system that is a huge turnoff for me. Not necessarily the game, but just everything else about it. And it hasn't gotten any better. But not to the extent that some people are with basketball, if that makes sense. I mean, like I said, I love NFL football, but there's parts of college where I'm just like, ah. All right, so you're down to 3 teams. I'm going to move those 3 up there and try to get this off the board. Nets, Heat, and Grizzlies. You can have 5 off the Heat, 10 off the Nets, 10 off the Grizzlies. To close that out. And now we're going to do Hobby PYT2. All cards ship, first timers, shipping's covered. Even if you're in a stack break that says shipping is not included. If you're a first timer, shipping is included. Alright, give me a second to build this out. Yeah, I mean, NIL changes the whole frickin' landscape. Anybody going to Fanatics Fest? I have a discount coupon if you're going. If you want to use my coupon, shoot me a DM. I think you can just type in, I think it's Midwest. I got it posted in Discord, but if you want a discount coupon, let me know. Or somebody can share it. I just had an email from Fanatics. That's what reminded me. You can share it with whoever you want to. I think it's just Midwest. When you go to enter potential codes. Anybody on the fence about if they're going to the National or not? We need to set up our Yankees game plan, Furtman. Alright, I'm going to regret this, but I'm going to keep... Actually, I really like having all those spaced out, because when he sorts it, there's not going to be any confusion. I mean, I know the sheet looks like crap. Dagger, I should have had you stay here for a little bit and do a little work around the brake lab. Bowman U Portal, I like it. Pitch the idea to him. I'll take you to the conference next year instead of Brandon. Yeah, this will be dog shit to read, guys. This is PYT2. Welcome Dan Morgan. Dan was in a couple things last week. He's got all others. He's got Big 10 others, Big 12 others. A lot of the usual suspects. Steve's back, corner card. Steve, when are you coming back on? Steve's in love with all the other platforms. There's Nate. Nate's got the Suns. You can talk about them now, Nate. Welcome, Nate. Nate, I love how this worked out too, because it didn't start out great on Twitter, and we both kind of cleaned it up a little bit. You know, because sometimes people just turn into absolute a-holes, and you're like, all right, I'm done. And I'm like, this guy's all right. And then Jay, who's an Iowa fan, helped build the structure for the PYTs and the team groupings and stuff too. I'm like, we need to figure out what's going on with this dude. All right, here's box one. Yeah, I got to get Mike. Mike's got new inventory, Pittsburgh Pain. I got to get him back on too. I think Mitch is going on Sunday. Brandon's got some stuff going on, so he won't be on Sunday. I may just be the one-day wonder from here on out and let you guys do your thing. Everybody know what they've got in this? Yeah, he's usually got pretty good stuff. Down to 2 teams. Rapoli, I owe you a couple bucks. I was offering $5 off that spot. Yeah, as long as you guys keep filling Brandon and Adam and Eloy and Bat Flips breaks, we can keep doing it like this. Especially, I don't know if I told you guys, Derek got a new job, so he's gone. I'm lucky if I get him 1 day a week. That kind of hurt me this past weekend. It's tough to compete with what he got, and it was the best thing that could happen to him. So I'm in a weird spot where I'm really enjoying seeing other people do what they want and win and put money back in their pockets. And some of these guys hitting like their 1,000 order milestones or $10,000 in sales and stuff like that. I don't know what it is. I'm just really enjoying trying to build this up. There's some stuff that's going to be coming out here pretty soon that I can't tell you about yet, but it's going to be some pretty cool things. So I have not, I enjoy breaking, but I enjoy this other stuff we're working on too. And Bertman's busting his ass, and Brandon, and you see everything Eloy's trying to do to help us, and these guys hit me up every week about coming on and streaming, and all the work Nick does on the Monday Madness stuff, and you guys that show up every single frickin' night for us and spend your hard-earned money. There's going to come a time where we're really going to focus on taking care of the people that are consistently with us all the time. Whether you're break club or not, so. Yeah, Palm Beach Alex just hit a big milestone. He's real close too. Yeah, we need to boost the Pokemon stuff. Because Nodak's been on consistently twice a week now for a while, and we're lucky if we crack 10 streamers, or 10 viewers. Alright, anybody not know if they're in this or not? This is the other half of the case. Brooks Barnheiser, 75, OKC. Thunder. I think that's Scholze. Spots are too far apart to line up for me. What I need is more of you guys streaming and listing and stuff. Sion James, Charlotte. Casada, tell me if that's not right, because I don't have the sheet folded in half. Yeah, it's... And I'll be honest, when I was putting away the football Breaker Delight breaks over the weekend, I hated how much some of you guys paid and what the results were. But I know, we've all seen this movie before. You know it's part of the thing. A lot of you guys are going to get the chrome tote bags. Some of you might get some cheap football packs in there. I did what I could to help out. I circled everybody that skunked on the 2 Delight sheets and just trying to look for ways to take care of you, either now or down the road or whatever. I ate the shipping on those breaks. Usually we make that a stack break because there's only 60 cards in the whole case. Alright, Steve's going to make me fold the paper over. There's always one guy. Charlotte, Mark Casada. I got it right here in front of me. PYT2. Hobby PYT2. So, Steve, either my Excel spreadsheet CSV file that I uploaded off the sales is wrong, or you're wrong. Mitchell to 199. You want to put a friendly wager on it? I'll go $20. Yeah, I don't know how you guys break at places that don't ship all cards. Booker mini diamonds. Yeah, never been a fan of that. Aaliyah Crump 150, Texas. Texas looks like it's might be Daniel Morgan. I think it's Daniel Morgan. Also not a fan of the, we're not going to sort the paper, we're just going to give you a bulk miscellaneous chunk. Jada Civil, Tennessee, verified. And I got some breakers I'm good friends with that do that. I'm on record, I'm not a fan of that. I don't know if I told you guys this, but I had a meeting with somebody across the pond that built a Pokemon sorter, an automatic sorting machine, and we had a big discussion about could they program it to sort sports cards, and had a lengthy discussion of what the machine would cost, the software upgrades, everything, and I was going to be like the US distributor for it, and for whatever reason they decided they didn't want to move forward with it, but we were going to have a sorting machine. Steve Marone, Villanova. Bryce Lindsay to 150. Yeah, they told me they were going to be able to program it, and you could punch in whatever the set was, the checklist, and the machine would scan the card and put it in the right slot and everything. Yep, $20, Steve. Buy a break spot and we'll call it even. Phil, did you check out? Derek's gone. I got him like 1 day a week and maybe a day and a half in emergencies. He's got a full-time job with benefits, which is exactly what he needed, so. Also, you know how much money I'd save versus paying a sorter? But it doesn't apply now because we're not ripping a bunch of break-heavy stuff like that in huge quantities like we used to. Yeah, eventually the machine would pay for itself, but the company decided they didn't want to pursue it. No, you don't put in stuff like that. You guys. You just put like your base and stuff in it. Mitch, I told you, you're on probation. After Delight, PYT, Dan, I don't have to rip it live, I don't care. Mitch and I have been friends for a long time. Any ribbing is good-natured fun. I've known Mitch longer than any of you guys, I'm pretty sure. So he's going to get it, have it pretty heavy. Yeah, Dan, I can skip you until you come back. I don't care. You got a little bit. That's not very nice, Mike. I would hope that even offline, Mitch would say that I've been pretty decent to him. That's fine. You guys have your laughs. One day when I disappear, You guys will be like, yeah, he actually wasn't that bad. I gave Mitch tickets to opening day, and it was 47 degrees, and they gave him replacement tickets because it was a 60-degree guarantee, and the game he picked was raining, and got called in the 6th inning, losing 8-2 because of rain. So I made him sit through that twice. Abby? Abby, if you're here, who's watching Steve? Hey, did that ball that Stanton hit land yet? Anybody know? Thanks, Mitch. I'll send you $1. Box 2. Ooh, I like that idea, Doug. Basketball snack pack. Driving around looking for Topps Chrome Blasters. I went to Dick's today looking for them, and they're like, oh, we're getting the megas on May 1st. I'm like, sure you are, dude. Jaden Ivey, $2.99 Pistons. That looks like, this damn sheet. Yep, cards off camera. Cards on film. Tim Talfish. Limit 1, not fun. Richardson to 150. When I was at the Osceola game, they had him playing there. And some of the Magic came to support him. He signed autographs. He signed post-game autographs. Magic. How about Swish? That looks like it's Chris Smith. I get this wrong one time. Guys are going to DM me freaking the hell out. That's for Swish. I don't know that you can buy hobby boxes at our Dick's. Cam Johnson, $4.99 Nets. Ament, Mini Diamonds. Yeah, I went to one of the Barnes & Nobles here, and they don't sell cards. It's just the one at the mall. Look at that. BYU, 150. Ta-da, Nick Holland. Nikki baby. Dabanza. Nick is a good dude. Could not happen to a better guy. Was Nick complaining? Because I'll crumple it in half right now. Nice job, Nick. Nick is the man. Unsung hero of MBB. Nick, are you going to be at the National? SGA. Etched in glass. Thunder. Nobody wanted them. Thunder. Na 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 na. Scholzy. Etched in glass. Etched in glass. Etched in glass. Etched in glass. Scholzy's another good one too. It must be. You could never get enough Duran Duran. Alexandra Eschmeyer, Stanford at 75. There's another one for you. Gen Next. I don't know how rare those are, Nick. Cooper Flag, Rockstar. What's up, E-Mart? Rhino. I meant. You're the only 10 I see. Boopy Miller. I'll boop your nose. Verified Lindsay. I kind of miss ripping at night. Don't have to hear my wife's work war stories. Ben says 1 in 58. Just lucky I got Ben's attention that long. Maybe I go to the Tin Caps tomorrow. Tomorrow's weird. I got frickin' oral surgeon at 3 o'clock. I gotta go back and get my root canal fixed, of all things. Got a call with district at 10 o'clock in the morning. Ethan is on at 7 o'clock, and Big Boy Cards John is on at 9. So if I was going to stream, I don't know where the hell it would be. That 8 o'clock hour, maybe? But honestly, all I've got left is retail. But I've got a whole case of Stadium Club retail, a whole case of Series 1 retail, whole case of Topps Chrome Update retail, all kinds of other blasters, Disney Neon, the Disneyland stuff, the Topps Chrome Marvel, Baseball Stadium Club Megas, Select Football. I've got 1 Topps Chrome Football blaster left. I told you the Bowman blasters. I mean, I could build something if you guys wanted. Tell them to go touch grass. I could build you something. We could have some cheap fun for an hour. I've got all those baseball singles. I don't know. We'll see what the vibe is. Two left in the Delight case, guys. Like I said, you're playing with house money on the shipping. Grab supplies. There's every size top loader. There's team bags, graded bags, regular penny sleeves, thick penny sleeves. There's like 8 different blaster choices. Ripped or shipped. The basketball. 12 card bundles. 12 top loaded cards for $10. Wemby Funko Pops. If you like Wemby. The Demidov printing plate's still there. Don't buy the basketball singles. I'm going to pull all those and put them in the bundles. Yeah, I mean, you guys didn't buy them before. You're not going to buy them now. But does that excite you that there's a concussion? It's better for all of us when those guys stick around and stay healthy and kick ass. Do you want another Greg Oden or Zion situation in your hands? Another freaking 2 years and out of the league flame out? That's a 250 Heat. Paul Levito. Paul's been crushing it too. Paul, are you going to the National? Yeah, maybe he's next to an electrical substation. What do we have here? An anime. A Booker. Suns. And look who it's for. Nate Van Morrison. You can't be Jim, Nate. You gotta be Van. Nate, you did it. Yeah, nice job, Nate. Hot damn. Well done, sir. I'll get you a better picture of that later so you can tweet it or whatever. Dude, that's awesome. Sellers. Sienna Betts for UCLA. On this one is Dan Morgan. Dude, that's awesome. It's funny how we got here too. Look at us. Curry to 25. Golden State. I think that's you, Rizzo. I gotta make sure. Scholesy. How about Scholesy? Screw Rizzo. I think that's Scholesy. Yeah, I'm good, Nate. I'm excited. It's a great story. Look at that. With 2 days, almost 3 days left. That is beautiful. Madison Booker to 250. Texas, Dan Morgan. Refunding the price of the break spot. Yeah. I love it. Embiid, $4.99. Reese Shea. Hawks. Steven Rizzo. Timeless touch. Sometimes when we touch, the break spot costs too much. Yeah, we wouldn't pull that here. So Nate, true story. I ripped some stuff without recording it, without streaming it, and just posted the pictures in our Discord. And my PC is Don Mattingly since like I was a kid. It's the whole reason I got into cards. And I hit a Mattingly Superfractor out of a Stadium Club box for a guy. Could have walked away with it free and clear, but I posted the results in the Discord. That's how you know. You guys remember that? Where the hell is he anyway? I haven't seen him forever. That was for wasn't that for the Micro Explorer guy? Casey. Yeah, we had cards get stuck on the bridge in Canada. Yeah. Mattingly. Mattingly just celebrated his 65th birthday. Freaking legend. There's P. Willie. Two teams left in the Delight case, guys. No offers. $10 off either one of those. Box 4. We're heating up a little bit. I like your chances. I don't know that this should have taken this long to rip a case, Furtman. I don't know what my malfunction is. Then if you guys close out all those blasters, I'll ask if you're around. We'll rip them live. If you're not, I'll just send them to you sealed. That could be it too. I think she thinks I'm not eating because I had that big catered lunch today during jury duty. I've been trying to get down to a 1 meal a day, but I did have breakfast. All right, Corey. I'll make you guys a deal. I will drop the price of the blasters if you close out the top-loaded bundles. I know how low I can get on the blasters. It's not much, but I can help you out a little bit if you close out the bundles. So I really want all that inventory out of here. I got rid of 9 rows of football, of top-loaded football last week. I'm going to do that with basketball this week and baseball next week. I will sacrifice some blasters, or the neon ones. I don't quite have a ton of room on it. What sucks is I'm getting charged tax off the top site, and then we're getting charged tax and fees off district, and that stuff adds up. Box 4. And it's too much to just eat too, so. Kuzma, $25. But then I realized I screwed up. I got a case of neon blasters from my LCS, actually a pretty good deal on those. And then I ordered a case of blasters from either Topps or Fanatics. So I've got 2 cases of those Disney neon blasters. Tyler Smith, Bucks. I don't think anybody wanted the Bucks to the very end. How about Paul? Hang on, let me make sure. Nope, Jason Gilliam. Damn it. Yep, Jason Gilliam. And then Brandon Furman, do you know if Brandon loaded up another PYT? Because I'll add that to the shop too. We can get him set up for Friday. And his stuff's going to be cheap as well. Burn all his down for Friday. Alright, there he is. So I'll add those when I'm done with this break. Or you guys can go find him. He's got 2 more. Are they both PYTs, Brandon? For basketball? You guys can burn all that up for Friday then. I will be done. Shulga to 250 Celtics. We'll pass the baton on to Brandon, who told me a lot of times he goes out in his front yard and just throws a baton up in the air as high as he can and twirls it, tries to catch it behind his back. Bryson Tiller, Kansas. Steve Tanizaki. Don't like him, Nick? Rosario, Kansas. Oh yeah, that's a good plan. Subak. Brandon, how'd you get all those breaks home? I imagine a scenario where you opened your luggage and everything was just mixed up. That happened here once with somebody's tray of stacked orders, and I had to go through and solve the mystery of whose cards were what. That was a long time ago, but man, was I pissed. Donald Hand Jr. to 100, Boston College. Yeah, still, man, I don't know if I got the guts to do it. ACC Others was Paul Levito. In the Paul Levito, baby. Oh, my God, Steve. You know they have mystery shoppers that evaluate our streams and stuff, right? Box 5. Yeah, bitch, I don't know how you're gonna come back from it. You fouled off like 14 pitches with 2 strikes on you. Jay, you can't. I don't think they'll let felons do it. Yeah, Dagger came over today, and I swear, Derek just mowed a few days ago, and with all the rain, it looks like crap again. I could feel him judging. Every weed that was in the flower bed and stuff coming up through the mulch, I could just feel him judging me. All right, still need offers on those last two teams, or we're gonna be stuck. Yeah, I couldn't wear a hat in court either. Look how bad my hair. I'm like a month overdue. Look at that crap. Look like Paul from the frickin' Wonder Years or Millhouse. Hey, you guys. All right, 2 boxes left. Let's find something cool. Hey, you goat. NJ. LaMelo. Durant. Where'd you guys bury Kristen? I haven't seen her forever. Rosario. Latson, verified. Steve, I think you're super sexy. But I'm not interested in guys that hit people in Atlantic City. Yang Hansen, 25, Blazers. No, I meant Steve Thompson. One last dick for the road. 250. Raptors, Paul Levito. Worst group to hit this for. You guys gonna make it? Two more and the break will fit like a glove. Liam McNeely red. Grow up, clowns. Ben, that's the only way I can get you to pay attention. Cooper Flag. Nick Clifford, 150. How many dicks in a break is too many in a case? Boopy Miller. SMU. Dick and a boopy. SMU, where are you? We're at, Jay. We're wasting precious time. Who's got Smoo? Oh, there it is. It was on the crease. That's Paul Levito. Paul is a freaking hammer. Juju Watkins, USC to 250. Boopy. Wiggins. Bryce Lindsey. Caleb Wilson. Jen Next. Are those one per box? One in 58 packs, Michael says. All right, 2 teams left on Delight case. We got to do it. $10 off. Help me help you. $10 off if you don't hit an auto. I'll give you another $10 credit. $10 off. You don't hit an auto. I'll give you another $10 credit on those 2 teams. Here's the last box of this break. Alright, thank you, E-Mart. The poor Grizzlies, man. Bowman blaster and a bundle, $47. Bowman blaster and a 12-card bundle, $47. Actually, I don't like that. Because then we'll still have 90 frickin' bundles left. Actually, don't like that. How about... Oh, listen to this. 10 basketball bundles and a Bowman blaster for $135. $134. All right, that closes. Let me put the blasters up, and then you guys tell me. At some point, I'll put Brandon's up for Friday. I think this is all the Bowman blasters I'll have. Tanaya Latson, South Carolina to 25. On those blasters, ripped or shipped, your choice, guys. I'll ship them sealed or rip them live here. We got till 10 o'clock. Tatum. If we run out of time, it automatically defaults to ship sealed. Jordan's on at 10 o'clock. Kalkbrenner. Hornets to 150. Paul closed this out. Paul closed this out full price. Tabansa. Mini Diamonds. Richie Saunders, BYU, $4.99. That was Nick, right? Slick Nick. McLaughlin, $4.99. Ron Holland the second to 50, Pistons. What's up, Alex? Base Chrome Auto. Jackashonis. Miami Heat. That's for Paul Levito. Why is he a redemption? Yeah. Topin. Fredericky VJ. Yep, right there. Alright, recap and then we'll move on to Breaker of the Light. I noticed that goat. You are a smart man. I've got his ones that when I went live, the ones he just posted. I don't have in here yet. Hang on. There's that etched in glass. Yeah, give me a second. See you, Dexter. All right, so ping. Make sure Brandon knows he's going to get some Cosmic now. 3 boxes. Nate, I've never done it like that in 8 years, honestly. Never offered it. There's too much volume to try to go through everything. Yeah, I mean, I hate to start going down that road because it throws off my whole system. Nate, what I will do, if you're looking to sell it, I'll get you a picture that you can use so you can get it listed or whatever you want to do to kind of speed up the process for you. If you're looking to try to move it. All right, I just added Brandon's 2 other breaks. Shoot me a DM, Nate, and I'll try to get back with you here early tomorrow. All right, Brandon's are listed. Yeah, shoot me a DM. Yeah, I'll take you a picture that you can use for wherever your listing is, yeah. Because the other way, it's going to mess my whole... I basically have to sort it right away, which I don't know how soon I'm going to get to it. It did not, Corey. I should have said stack shipping in it. Oh crap, good, I should have listed you. You don't even know when you're breaking it yet. You gotta figure out when you're breaking it. It's like every day is your first day. Who do you think's gonna be live Wednesday? Yeah, maybe. I mean, if you want to do... Yeah, possibly. Why are you not working next week? Hell, your schedule is more different than mine is, and... Yeah, it's... Everybody stay calm. Yeah, how are you available next week during the week? Yeah, you guys get excited. That's like I would forget it. How are you available during the week next week, Goat? Because if I rip all the chrome black during the day, yeah, you probably have a spot. Problem is, everybody wants to be the one to shut the night down and be the last one to go on, too. Alright, here comes the list. Nate, I don't know when we're going to get that posted. What do you think, Furman? It might be this weekend, Nate. I lost damn near 2 days for frickin' jury duty. Nate's got the Bulls in this. Let me make sure this lines up. Yeah, that jury duty screwed everything up for me. Yeah, I know. It's on me to get you numbers. Alright. Let's do this. Grab a blaster, guys. Alright, let's give away a Bowman blaster. Hang on, I owe you a giveaway. Let's give away a Bowman blaster. If you're watching on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, come over to MidwestBoxBreaks.net or you won't be able to enter this giveaway. We're kind of shady like that. Nope, I made it private, which is a screw up here. Hang on. No purchase necessary, too. How about that? There you go. Win yourselves a Bowman blaster. Ripped or shipped. Don't even care. Nate, do you see how to enter the giveaway? Any other new people? Alright. Guys, why doesn't Ben see it? Because he's watching ball games. Probably because he wins them all. Try to leave and come back, Ben, I guess. I don't know. Here's all 6 boxes, guys. I end up hanging out with my wife. We don't have anything else to rip. Just had to refresh. Alright, here we go. Hey, Greg. I cut to the auto. Grady Dick. Grady Dick. Cam Whitmore, 150. Laura Samfe, 150. Geometric Ray Allen to 25, Sonics, aka Thunder. Brooks Barnheiser, Thunder to 25. I'll go through the owners here when I'm done. Curry to 99. Farrell Payne to 50. Sorber Red. Javon Small, Grizz, 250. Sorber, 99, Love Balloons. Caleb Wilson, UNC, Unk, 99. You guys that walked in late, there's a giveaway. Win a Bowman Blaster. It's only got 24 entries, 2 minutes left. Win a Bowman Blaster, no purchase necessary. Leah Macy, Irish to 50. Ryan Dunn, 99, Shut Up About the Suns. Maxi. Lewis Villanova, 99. McNeely, red. Traore, Nets. Nobody wanted the Nets either. Devin Carter, Kings to 25. What's up, Pinkston? Somfe again, 250. Stanford. Young Kings, Joker to 50. Nuggets. Dame Lillard, 50 bucks. Bandalo, 99, Ole Miss. Timon, red. Base chrome autograph, gold geometric parallel. I think that's to 50, right? Jalen Williams, Thunder. Last team mojo again. Javon Small, Grizzlies. Carr, Michigan State, to 50. Sarah Strong, 25, UConn. Mitchell to 50, Cavs. McNeely, Hornets, 99. Bria, red. Ron Holland, Pistons to 99. Clippers, Niederhauser to 25. Yep, I said 50. Davis Fogel, Gonzaga to 50. How about a LeBron spotlight? Lakers. Yeah. Yep, it's off to the side. Come back to it. Cam Johnson, 50. Wagner, 99. Jordan Hawkins, Pelicans, 150. Tim Talpish wins the Bowman Blaster. Reese Shea, 499. Syracuse, Hyan Anthony. Kyan. Syracuse, you guys can correct me. I know you love it. Harper's Heat Check cards to 50. Crump, 25. Pete, 99, Arizona. So how big is the LeBron spotlight? Alright, let me put down that Talpish wins a Bowman Blaster. Lakers. Casada. Oh, wow. Yeah, congrats. Yeah. Red Sox are ass. I love it. Alright, I've sold 16 of my basketball bundles. We have 109 left. It's your choice. Your choice, Tim. Tim, don't you have a stack here? No, your stack went out. You're good. I think I closed your stack. All right, Syracuse. Syracuse. ACC Others, Justin Enright. What do you want to do, Tim? Hawks. Steve Rizzo. Yep, that's fine. Thanks for playing, Nate. A bundle and a blaster for, where's my pricing? Bundle and a blaster for, I can't do it like that. Because we'll burn up all the blasters and I'll still have the bundles left. I keep forgetting. Pelicans. Steve Marone. Gonzaga. All others, J. All right, you'll be first up, Tim. I'll rip yours first. Clippers. Steve Thompson. That's one thing Steve doesn't own is a pair of Clippers. Pistons, Talpish. Michigan State. Where the hell is Michigan State? Big Ten Others? We put MSU. Is that MSU? Yeah, I know, thanks. Oh my god, Ben. It said MSU is what threw me off, yeah. Grizzlies. Furman, were you every Grizzlies spot? Nope, that was Eric Martin. Disney Neon Blasters too, guys. Thunder. Last team to go, I think. Scholze. Brandon stuff's up for Friday. Stanford. ACC Others. Justin Enright. Welcome back, Justin. Sac Kings, Charles Anderson. Nets, another team nobody wanted. Brooklyn, Paul Levito. North Carolina. North Carolina was Steve Rizzo. Thunder, we did figure it out. Go back and check the tape. Grizzlies, we did go figure it out. Stanford, we did go figure it out. Rockets, Steve Thompson. Got some dick for Alex Lopez. Started with some dick and ended with some dick. Alright, guys. And I'm sure it was brutal for several people, considering there was 50 spots and 60 cards, so my apologies. It's the game we play. You don't have to tell me about it, I was here. We all saw it. Alright, Blasters. Gonna do notification. Alright, took one out for Talpish. Let me grab some blocks here real quick. Guys, is the pricing amazing doing it like this? Definitely not. I've got platform fees, you've got taxes. Could you get them cheaper if you go find them in the wild? Possibly. I don't know if your LCS will be cheaper. You might find them cheaper at Walmart or wherever, but it is what it is. You know me, you saw how cheap the break was. I don't think anybody can ever accuse me of gouging them on retail. Alright, now batting, Tim Talpish. Good luck, Tim. 28 left, guys. We can rip them all if you want, I don't care. You also have the option to just have them shipped sealed. If I don't hear from you, they're going sealed. So after the fact, later on, I will figure out what needs sleeved and loaded. So I'm not just going to throw them in a team bag and not give you sleeves and top loaders. Hoping you will consider my 12 card top loaded basketball card lots. There are 109 left. Good luck, Tim. Anthony. Wilson. Backwards for no reason. Yeah, like I said, I'm sure there's some places will be more expensive, some will be cheaper. It is what it is. If you want to grab, I'd probably save you $1 or $2 if you grab some of the basketball lots, but I don't really have a ton of room on these. You're here for a reason. Usually it's because I'm cheaper than everybody else. All right, there you go, Tim. That's how many? That's 60 cards too, guys. 60 cards for $40. Let me see. And there's Disney Neon also. If you want to rip some neon, or you can have your kids open it. I don't care. I'm sure your kids would enjoy ripping some Disney cards. Alright, so Rizzo, you want to open yours? Alright, Steve Rizzo. When do we always... Yeah, Monday. Yep, Monday, Schulze. Looks like we lost some people. Load it up, Jared. Load it the F up. Yeah, I let go. Jared had like a 15-pound mail day. Yeah. Guys, if we weren't friends, I wouldn't do that to you. I wouldn't do that to a stranger. We've shipped on Mondays for about 7 years now. Wife and I just had that conversation. She's like, I'm off on weekends and you work every weekend. I'm like, I know. I gotta fix that somehow. Alright, here we go. This is for Steve. And then I end up dragging her to ball games she probably doesn't want to go to. I might start saying no to some things here before too long. Newell. Beers. There's some beers for you. About 6 beers. Colin Murray Boyles. Ace Flag. I was not going to rip him. Dan Cermak. Dan, are you back yet? Eloy. What do you want to do? It's technically Eloy, guys. Eloy's just easier for Midwest hillbillies to say. Alright, Eloy. So I skipped Cermak. What's up, Brent? Remember, Casey Cards Jordan, 10 o'clock. Yeah, so we're supposed to hang out at night, and look what I've done. Worked on shipping Monday till 1:30 in the morning. Worked on shipping last night because I was at jury duty all day. Tonight I'm ripping. It went alright. We're done ripping them now. We're doing some personals. Yeah. The criminal justice system. Alright, go. Good luck. Who's going to hit our first auto in this? Juju. Sarah Strong. Casada. Casada, what say you? Casada says rip them all. Stack them high and watch them fly. That's what my first boss in the grocery store used to say to me. We'd build like displays. Have like $3 glass gallon of apple juice. Benny, stack them high, watch them fly. Good luck, Mark. Mark, when are you streaming again? Need about 30 different streamers a week. Every week, somehow. Or a month. Just map out like the whole frickin' month. Thought about Wild West in it during the day. You just go on whenever you feel like it. Wild West and anything after like 11 p.m. You want to go live, go live. 6 people show up, it's on you. They get the notification, you put it out however you want. Alright, here we go. Sadiq White. Sienna Betts. Vucevic. Debansa. Fears. Tears for Fears. Alright, I skipped you for now. You ready to rip, Dan? Cole Pete, Zona. Sean Abev. Con rookie. You could be next, Dano. Caleb Wilson. Brea. Fake reptilian, I can't even stroke it. Devin Booker. Zakiah Johnson, talent tracker. We need an MBB talent tracker. There's Vic. What's up, Vic? Harper's Heat Check Cards. Sounds like a made-up business. Sounds like a shell corporation. Huh. Guy from IU made it in there. How'd that happen? Haley Swain. Cooper Flagg, Rockstar. How about a Bronny to $3.99? Ray Wave. Braden Smith. Darren Williams. Devanza. That was for Casada. Mark Casserole. I added on a wing of the house just for Casada's mail day. Casada, Schulze, and Rizzo. Alright, Dan Cermak. And then we're going to Brian Frazier. Frazier, are you here? Why do I think Frazier told me he just wanted his shipped, maybe? Good luck, Dan. Oh, you want it ripped? Okay. This is Dan, and then back to Frazier. And then down goes Frazier. Caleb, are we ripping yours? Caleb will just want me to spill it everywhere like his drinks. There's Caleb. Wow, we'll have 100% rips so far. Yeah, Mitch knows. There's actually a picture of Caleb at the show with like a no sign through it, the red circle with the slash across it. And they have like a mandatory sippy cup. Alright, Zebra's got his breaks loaded up for Friday, guys. Bowman basketball. I think I'm done with PYTs. So if you want more Bowman, go hit up old Mr. Brandon Tollhouse Cookies. Yesifo. Terrence Shannon. Brandon will take good care of you. If he doesn't, stab the fudge out of him. Johnny Broom. Red. Smack him on his bald head. Devanza. Smack his tan face. Jeremiah Fears. I just said you would take care of him. Alright, Frazier. Guys, we got 28 left. I got 20 minutes, but I can rip them all or ship them, whatever. No, Vic, I wasn't planning on it. Since this is basketball release day, I'll just ship those. Unless we get time later in the week. Don't forget to close out your stack too, Vic, or those will sit here forever. Those were stack shipping. I saw you bought those the other day, but we're gonna, because I got 20 minutes left, I gotta make sure I focus on the new release basketball. Brian Frazier. Yeah, just make sure you close it out so I can get them shipped to you. If I do stream tomorrow, Vic, and you're around, I'll rip them if you want. And guys, I've got Disney Neon if you want. I got 2 cases of Disney Neon. Your kids will know you love them if they get Disney Neon in the mail. That's about the only way they can tell. Good luck, Brian. Couple backwards ones for no reason. Carter Bryant. Reagan Beers. Break Club does not. If you're the subscriber of the $15 a month, it does. But Break Club has never included shipping. Because you're not paying into it. We would go negative quickly. Luca. if you're paying the $15 a month, you've got a stack shipping credit per month, but not with Break Club because there's no funds coming in to cover the shipping. Grace Knox. Yep, you got to tell me what you want to do then. You're on which plan? All right, Caleb. Caleb Cam Neely. I don't know which plan means. Yeah, for the subscribers, you got to tell me too, guys. It's not assumed. You got to tell me when you want to redeem each month. But yeah, if you're a Break Club member and you're not actually paying for the subscription, you don't get the $5. If you got your subscription free, you don't get the credit. I honestly can't even remember. Good. All right, good luck, Caleb. All right. Saunders. Sturts. Boopy. Boopy. Flag. Tanji. Shrewsbury. Those are out of season right now. Curry. Sellers, St. John's. No autos yet. Cooper Flag. There's Garrett. How about Corey Odlin? Corey, are you here? All right. 100% rip rate so far. Starting to get really sleepy. Switch pens for good luck, Corey. Watch what happens. And guys, if you buy them after the fact, if I don't stream anymore this week, which there's a good chance I won't, I may jump into that 8 to 9 shift tomorrow, the opening between Ethan and Big Boy Cards John. We'll see. But they'll just be ship sealed. So Casada was the only one that had more than one pack so far. Scholze, then you're up next with 2. What did you want me to do for yours, Jared? Good luck, Corey. Nate Biddle, Oregon. Or Oregon, depending on where you're from. Alright. Jared says rip. Nate Ament. Giannis. LeBron. Cavs LeBron. Jaylen Brown. Are there image variations in this? Sienna Betts. Wemby. Alright, Scholzy for 2. Switch the color back. So that didn't work. Alright, thank you, Ben. Who thinks they're up after Jared? I gotta refresh it. We might raid into Casey cards, I don't know. Casey shows up, we'll see. Casada back to 2, and then we're caught up. After Scholes. Yeah, it's starting to catch up to me, so it's about perfect timing. Casada, are you ripping your 2? Your next 2? Alright. Yeah, that's fine. How could I say no to you? You could tell me to drive into your house. There wouldn't be anything I could say about it. Think I want this place shut down? Ha! Look what I cut to. Wait till you see it. I cut right to it. Rosario. It's the craziest thing. I don't know how it happens. I meant... Did you catch a glimpse of it? I'm pretty sure it's green. Buddy Healed. Mellow. Sorber, 99. So it took us 8 boxes to get into an auto. Wait. 12 boxes. Took us 12 boxes. Guys, an auto is an auto. It's better than a kick in the nuts with a golf shoe. Braden Smith. Ben says 1 and 9. O'Reilly. Wemby. Senge. Reed Bailey. Is that Damon Bailey's kid? No. His father Nathan played hoops at Navy and U of Pittsburgh. Be a lot cooler if it was. Nope. Maybe they would have made the tournament. Alright, let's add to the Casada stack. Casada Slab Mania. Ask for it by name. You making that up, Dan? So I think Casada's the last in line. Anybody else want one? We got a few minutes yet. Anybody else? Don't forget the basketball bundles. $11 bundles for $100. You're getting a ton of cards. Anyone else? We can make it last. Come on. We could probably squeeze in a couple neons if you want to see what the neons look like. Anybody want to rip their Disney neon? I've not seen those yet. We can try to rip some more tomorrow if you want. I'll rip a neon for myself, I don't care. I've got more than... got 2 cases and then like 6 loose boxes. Alright, good luck, Mark. Grahovac. Uzan. Marketing. Remember, Casey's up in a couple minutes if you're looking for some singles deals. We don't necessarily have to raid into them, but we can. Nobody on the Disney Neon? I meant... Lindsay. Beers to 99. Taking at least 14. Filipowski 100. Ace Bailey, maybe he's related. We're going to find Damon Bailey's kids one way or another. Even if they're illegitimate. Carter Bryant. Alright, Matson's in the WWE break. That was for Slab Mania. Alright, I'm going to rip a neon real quick just to see what they look like. Just because curiosity's got me. You don't have to participate. We don't have to take our clothes off to have a good time. Oh! It's rare I get to rip something for myself. Let's see what this is. Maybe I'll hit like a goofy super fractor. Anybody's kids Disney freaks? Alright. Randall Boggs, that's Wade's son. Dan, do you want yours ripped? Do you want this to just be your box? Dan Cermak? Alright, this is Dan Cermak. You're cool with that, right? Alright, here we go. Good luck. Save me 30 bucks. Yeah, these are alright. Look like fun. Manga Madness. It's an adult film that Eloy was in. Yeah. Timothy Q. Mouse. There's a Nemo. I don't know what that refractor's called. Baljeet. I'm not familiar with his work. Zurg. Yeah, these are alright. A Goofy movie. 30th anniversary. Dory. Diamante, thanks, Goat. Terry. Yeah, they're fun. Oh, cool, The King, and it's Richard Petty. I don't think I've ever seen Cars in its entirety. Roxanne. Nemo and Marlin. Max Goof. Lockout Tagout. For you factory workers. Lockout Tagout. Gaston. It's Eloy when he had long hair. Sour Bill. We got a couple Sour Bills in our group. Balloony. Fozzie Bear. Waka Waka. Lilo. Lockout Lockout. That's where you just double lock it. Lock in, lock out. Jackson Storm. Alright, Dan, thanks. Those are cool. Alright, let's see if Casey Cards Jordan is live. We'll write over to him and then I'll check in with you guys tomorrow. Now that jury duty's done. I don't show him as live yet. Yeah, thank you guys. Let me see what we got going here. Anybody else want to rip a Bowman blaster before we go? What did he say? He said go faster.